Mr. Van Winkle, known better as Vanilla Ice, all of this time, right? I thought that, well, I'll just save that. I'll save it. What's up, everybody? It's your girl theboctavia, and I am back with another video. Apparently my little birds are out today. Okay, welcome to my channel. If you are new, my name is theboctavia. I am 23 years old and I'm from Washington, D.C. This video I have been wanting to do for a very long time, and at this point I don't care if it gets demonetized or whatever the case is, whatever happens with it. I just want to do it because it's a very good point that I want to put to this. The video that I want to do today is me reacting to Vanilla Ice telling the situation with Suge Knight. Well, let me just give y'all an introduction of what my channel is about. So on my channel, I like to talk about what's going on in today's time, but I also like to take it back in time because people's characteristics, people's personalities, just certain things are important to note from the past so that we don't keep making the same mistakes. So back to Vanilla Ice, whose name is Robert Matthew Van Winkle, and I'm not sure if that is German, if Van Winkle is, I don't know what that is, but okay. Mr. Van Winkle, known better as Vanilla Ice, was a rapper back in the 90s, and he got his claim to fame or stardom from the song Ice Ice Baby. Now, as I said, he was a rapper, and I don't have no problem with no white rappers. I like Machine Gun Kelly, I like Eminem, you know what I'm saying? If you do your thing, it don't matter what race you is, you know what I'm saying? But what I do have a problem with is people not staying true to themselves and jumping in the water that they're not really ready for. So what I'm going to do is react to what he has to say about the night that he signed over his rights to the song Ice Ice Baby to Suge Knight. And all of this time, right, I thought that, well, I'll just save that. I'll save it. The story that everybody heard or everybody knows about is him being hung off of a balcony. You feel what I'm saying? In order for him to sign over those rights. So that's the story that we knew this whole time. So let's just see what Vanilla Ice has to say himself.
First time I met Suge Knight was at a restaurant in LA called Palm Restaurant. And I was sitting there eating, nice meal. And all of a sudden these huge guys, looked like a football team, showed up. You know, it was very intimidating to see these guys. They were bigger than my bodyguards, you know, and a bunch of them. And they pretty much grabbed my bodyguard.
He's talking about they bigger than his bodyguards. Well, get bigger bodyguards. Why are your bodyguards small? Huh? Why are they average size? That's your fault.
He kind of showed up to me, said hi, and then left. Still thinking, well, wow, this guy knows where I'm at all times. How does he know where I'm at? You know? What's going on here?
Knight told us, before he knew we had talked with Van Winkle, that it was all very friendly.
He agreed to everything. It wasn't a problem. And
Wait, he agreed to everything?
I mean, you know, he said the guy wrote the song. And he didn't have a problem with it. He said
That's not what he says at all.
I had my bodyguards who had guns, and they had their people which had guns, and they had us outpowered and outnumbered.
Talking publicly about it for the first time.
So he's saying that like he was stalking him or harassing him in the first place. Maybe you're just paranoid.
They roughed everybody else and my whole entourage up. Suge took me out on the balcony, started talking to me personally.
On the balcony?
On the balcony.
High above?
Like 15 floors. He had me look over the edge, show me how high I was up there.
Were you scared?
I needed to wear a diaper on that day. I was very scared.
On the balcony, Van Winkle says Suge Knight told him to sign over points from the song to a man named Mario Lavelle Johnson.
Who is Mario Lavelle Johnson? His name is
That's
listed.
the guy that Suge Knight brought over there that was an acquaintance of mine that had nothing to do with that song.
You signed over the
I
rights?
signed over the rights to him so that Suge and them could get paid for it.
So Mario Lavelle Johnson didn't write that song.
No way.
How much were those points worth?
About $4 million, $3 million, anywhere between there. $3 to $4 million.
And you just signed them?
I signed them and walked away alive. There that was an acquaintance of mine that had nothing to do with that song.
What? Okay, so I know that Suge Knight is going to respond to this. He responds in the last couple of seconds of this footage, but I already know that Suge Knight is going to deny it. He already said that Vanilla Ice signed it over and it was no problem. Okay, so Vanilla Ice bringing up that he's seen Suge Knight on 2 different occasions, and the wording to me sounded like he was intimidated. Okay, so you intimidate easy. Boom. First he said, Vanilla Ice said that Suge Knight's bodyguards were bigger than his bodyguards. What that got to do with it? Get bigger bodyguards. After that first meeting, and you see that somebody else bodyguards, or that first instance, I should say, and you see that he got big bodyguards, you should be like, my bodyguards ain't big enough. Because if this was a real situation, they could take over. Okay. Then you say, the second time, alright, your security guards got guns, his security guards got guns, but y'all was outnumbered? What are you talking about? Huh? Vanilla Ice says that Suge Knight showed him how high he was up on the balcony. Now, I might be crazy, right? But that doesn't sound like he hung you off the balcony and told you to sign. That's not what that sounds like to me. That just sounds like he put the intimidation game down, and he put it down really early on. He could scope what type of person you was, and it's not genuine to what hip-hop is, because hip-hop is very cutthroat. So he put the intimidation game down, and it didn't really take much. That's what I heard from Vanilla Ice himself. I thought he got hung off a balcony. That's what I thought. That's what I thought it would take. You know what I'm saying? Because if you really wrote this song, right? And it don't matter if you wrote it, it's your song, right? And you really are proud of this song, you know how much money is coming in for this song, you mean to tell me you just gonna sign it over because he showed you how high you was up? Make it make sense. And then the nail in the coffin is he talking about the person that has the rights to the song is an associate of his, but Suge made him put his name down so that they can split it. I thought he was an associate of yours.
Lavelle Johnson. His name is listed.
That's the guy that Suge Knight brought over there that was an acquaintance of mine that had nothing to do with that song.
That was an acquaintance of mine that had nothing to do with that song.
Yep. Okay. How does that work? Suge Knight didn't know you from nothing, but brought an associate of yours so that he can be the name. That don't make sense. Make it make sense. So the bottom line to this, with all of the culture vulture videos and culture appropriator videos that I have out at this time, this goes in line with those and saying, don't jump into the water if you're not ready. Don't put your foot in the game if you don't know how it go, or you're not getting schooled on how it go. You know what I'm saying? Intimidation is just one step You know what I'm saying? In the music industry, in the black culture, in hip hop. So you gotta be careful. You really gotta be careful, because things like this will happen and then you cry wolf and it doesn't make sense. Now, I'm not saying that Suge Knight wasn't wrong, or, you know, he put the intimidation game down, but you can't fall for it. But you can sniff him. You know what I'm saying? And not to say that you gotta be real, but you gotta be from somewhere. You gotta be some type of street smart to smell that type of fear. You know what I'm saying? And he definitely had it. I can tell by how he sang everything, that he was scared from the minute that he saw Suge Knight. And Suge Knight used his build, he used his stature, he used the weight in his hands to put that intimidation game down. You still can't fall for it. Ain't no way I'ma give up $3-4 million for nothing. You gonna have to show me. But now I'm gonna have to check this, because, you know, when you sign something under the stress, it, you know, reverses it. So I don't understand why he crying wolf about this. He probably got the money back, but we'll see. If y'all want me to dig deeper into that and see if it was a whole case about it, then I will. But as far as this goes, this is really all I have to say on it. I'm very happy that I got to do this. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. It's your girl, Boctavia, and I will see you in my next one.